ladies and gentlemen. Our program will begin in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society's Ambassador Ball. Our program will begin in just a moment. Please welcome your host, voice of the NBA's Washington Wizards and MLS's DC United, WTOP Sports Director, Dave Johnson.
Good evening. It is my pleasure, believe me, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our first ever virtual Ambassadors Ball. I'm Dave Johnson, and I'm proud to serve as the host for tonight's event. You know, they say in life, you only really know you're live two times, when you're laughing or when you're crying. Trust me, we're probably going to do a little of both tonight. Your time is important and it's appreciated. So thank you for spending the time with us tonight. And I say that because your support helps so many lives, including mine. It was about a year ago, I was diagnosed with primary progressive multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis, the disease my mom battled and lost when she was 43 and I was 15 years of age. But my message tonight is look out, MS. I'm back, and I'm back ready for a fight, and I brought some friends. And how can you help in that fight? Our auction website, already taking in donations, or bids, I should say, is live with some fantastic items thanks to, well, the embassies of Washington. And you can bid on items again throughout the program. We are underway. One winner, you ready for this? Will even join me in the booth for a Wizards game broadcast next season. And I will match the donation, the winning bid on that, because I know I'm kind of difficult to hang out with for 3 hours. So I'm going to match the winning bid. So go ahead. Please bid on me. I mean, I ain't too proud to beg after all. It's real simple. If you haven't already registered, you could text ball DC 2020 to 76278. That's with no spaces. Again, ball DC 2020 to 76278, or go to ambassadorsballms.org on your phone so you don't miss any of today's program. Now, the auction is going to close at 9 o'clock. We're just getting started now, but you don't want to miss out on these great items, including an evening with me. We also want to take a moment to acknowledge how this event does feel a little different this year. We don't get to dress up and gather to celebrate in person. Maybe that's okay. My dad always said I had champagne taste on a beer budget, but we look forward to that day when we all can be in the same room together. But you know what? The important thing, and this is important, and I've learned this on my MS journey, we are together in spirit. The Ambassadors Ball continues, and you're feeling it, I hope, tonight, to bring all of us together, private corporations, family, diplomats, Congress, as we work together and get closer to achieving what our mission is. And that's a world free of MS. Let that sink in for a while. The National MS Society, and what a great friend they have been to me, is determined to not let anything, including this unprecedented crisis, slow down the progress that is being made and incredible breakthroughs. If you think about it, the infusion that I am on was only developed 3 years ago. We're talking breakthroughs here. And the National MS Society has helped fund that research. And it is costly. One of my treatments, for example, is $76,000. That's why we're coming to you tonight, because we're making a difference in MS, but we can't do it without your help. But as we know, the COVID-19 pandemic intensifies the challenges of multiple sclerosis. We have to be careful. Difficulty affording medications, the increased isolation because we have to be careful. But the thing about MS, it doesn't care. Believe me, it doesn't care. It doesn't stop because of this crisis. And you know what? Neither is the National MS Society. The silver lining, and this is a silver lining of this virtual event, is that folks from all over the country, and indeed all over the world, I talked to somebody from Australia today, can be a part of our event for the first time. That's what it's going to take. And go ahead, have some fun on social media. Post in the comments where you're joining us from. Let us know. Maybe I really do have a friend in Australia. Peter Lachlan Dykes, are you out there tonight? Please share your photos of past balls that you've enjoyed. And I hope you're joining us, and let us know if it's on Facebook or on Twitter, and use that hashtag. We live in a world of hashtags, MS Ambassadors Ball. We want everyone to know we have a strong community and we're fighting tonight to make a difference. Our hope is really that our program leaves you feeling well informed, inspired, and empowered also to take action and join our movement to do something about MS now. And this has been a part of my entire life. So let's just end this disease enough forever, and you can help. Now, I know we're excited later on to hear from Ryan and Heather Zimmerman as they accept, and I'm so glad to be a part of this, the Champion Award this evening. I want you to hope to stay tuned for my live discussion with Ryan and Heather as we hear more about their amazing work that they've done for MS and for people with MS, like Ryan's mom, Cheryl, through the ZimS Foundation. So that's coming up later on in our program. But to really get this Ambassadors Ball going tonight, it is my pleasure to welcome some of the honorary co-chairs of our 2020 Ambassadors Ball. And first, we'll start with Mrs. Ann Romney. Ann?
Well, good evening. This is unusual to meet like this, but here we are living in a virtual world and communicating by Zoom. But I'm so happy to be here tonight and to address you folks that especially are living with MS. I'm really hoping that vital services and programs will be available to you so that you can live your best life. I want to speak to those in the audience that do have multiple sclerosis. I think all of you know that I have suffered with this disease. Maybe all of you have had similar feelings like I have had, where I wasn't sure how I would have the energy to even get out of bed. The thought of opening an envelope was overwhelming. I was exhausted all of the time. I lost my confidence. I wasn't able to take care of my family. I had a sense of who was I? What was I doing? How could I carry on? I never thought I'd have another good day the rest of my life. I was miserable and I was depressed. But fast forward to today, and I'm doing really quite well. When I was first diagnosed, it was tough because the doctor would tell me, the first doctor I went to would say, you know what, we don't like to treat until you get really bad. And I thought to myself, I'm really bad. What are you talking about? But then I met my other doctor, Dr. Howard Weiner of the Brigham and Women's Hospital. He took me by my hand. He set me in an infusion room. He started aggressive treatment right away. And that, with other therapies, really put me into remission. And here I am, 20 years later, doing wonderfully. I want to have that same story for all of you. Again, from a personal standpoint, I was very blessed because my husband Mitt was by my side and he said, whatever happens, whatever's going to go on with you, I'm here, I'm going to be with you. We're in this together. That, by the way, is the title of my book about MS. It's called In This Together. I hope if you haven't already read it that you do, because it takes you through the total journey of the ups and downs of a diagnosis with multiple sclerosis. He gave me hope. He stood by my side. His loving words and the faith that I had in God knew that I would have a better day. I do want you to know, more than anything, that you are supported and you're loved. And I will never stop working until we find more treatments and until everyone can say, I have MS, but it's not going to make any difference in my life. I'm good. That's my promise to you. I don't want to stop working. I want to keep going. Let's keep in this journey together. It is my pleasure to serve as one of your 2020 ambassadors of this ball, this honorary ball that we're having tonight, which is such a strange way. We don't have to get dressed up. And it's a virtual program, but here we are. And I'd like to thank Katherine and Chris and Stavros and Phoebe for your support tonight. The funds raised tonight will make a difference to families across the country in cutting-edge research to find treatments and ultimately a cure. They will help the Society's advocacy efforts for greater healthcare access and to help provide programs and services for almost 1 million people in the U.S. Let's go. This is great news. Multiple sclerosis is indiscriminate, affecting people around the world from all walks of life and from both sides of the aisle. Helping people with MS live better lives and ending this devastating disease is something we can all agree on. Thank you for being here tonight to raise awareness and to join the MS movement. And now, please welcome my fellow honorary co-chair, Katherine Wilkens and Senator Chris Van Hollen.
Good evening. I am thrilled to join this year's Ambassadors Ball as an honorary co-chair alongside you, Anne. Chris and I are delighted to be with all of you as we honor the White House Diplomatic Corps and our fellow honorary co-chairs, Ambassador from the European Union, Stavros Lambrinidis, and his wonderful partner and wife, Phoebe Kapouano.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. It's a great honor to represent my colleagues in Congress who are members of the MS Caucus, which is a bipartisan organization dedicated to standing with and advocating for people with MS. The Ambassador's Ball extends a long-standing White House tradition that was entrusted to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society 42 years ago, when the ball was first held as a fundraiser for multiple sclerosis research. It's inspiring to think about all the progress that has been made over those 4 decades, but we know we have much work still to do. I'm pleased now to recognize members of the Diplomatic Corps who are in attendance tonight, our Honorary Diplomatic Committee. Thank you to the ambassadors you now see listed on your screen, and to all of the Diplomatic Corps for your humanitarian and charitable efforts. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
While we come together tonight at an unprecedented time, the National MS Society is determined to let nothing, including this pandemic, slow us down. As millions are suffering from the scourge of COVID-19, those with pre-existing conditions are more vulnerable than ever. And a recent scientific prevalence study funded by the Society found that twice as many people are living with MS in the U.S. than was previously estimated. That means that we must act with twice the urgency so that eventually no one hears again the words, "You have MS," ever again. That's why now, more than ever, our research efforts are more important than ever, and we are making progress. Tonight, in addition to honoring the Diplomatic Corps, we also celebrate the recent progress made on a global scale by the International Progressive MS Alliance and top scientists from all corners of the world. It is now my honor to introduce a very special person, our 2020 Ambassadorial Honorary Co-Chair and dear friend. Thank you for your commitment and dedication to the Ambassador's Ball this year. Please welcome the European Union's Ambassador to the United States, Stavros Lambrinidis.
Thank you, Katherine and Anne, Mid and Chris, for the wonderful introduction. My wife Phoebe and I are delighted to serve as the Honorary Co-Chairs at this evening's festivities. Honored to be co-hosting this event with you, and honored to be able to focus our full attention to end MS, this unpredictable and disabling disease that knows no national boundaries and affects millions of people worldwide. For me, this is also personal. It is only a few years ago that a dear Amherst College friend of mine was taken from us in her battle with the disease. I relate to all of you Phoebe's warm greetings, who is unfortunately in Europe as we speak and cannot be with us live tonight, and to the members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of Congress, to the Ambassador's Ball Committee, National MS Society and special guest, and to all of you watching tonight, joining in the effort and making a difference in the lives of people with MS. Welcome. Dear friends, these are difficult times. These are COVID times. But if COVID has taught us anything, it is that health crises do not stop at someone else's door. In more or less immediate ways, they touch us all. I firmly believe that our passion and compassion to stand by others facing serious disease has been, if anything, heightened by COVID. So, in the midst of this terrible world health crisis, today, we remember that people with multiple sclerosis need us more than ever. Thank you for being here. While we wish we could be with you in person tonight, we're excited to share the Ambassador's Ball for the first time with people across the United States and even around the globe through this virtual event. In Europe, there are an estimated 700,000 people living with multiple sclerosis, and millions more are affected when you include family and caregivers. The simple act of me speaking in front of you tonight is a difficult one for up to 40% of people diagnosed with MS. The European Union is proud to have 10 of its member countries' MS organizations and top neurologists contributing to the largest MS research collective, the International Progressive MS Alliance. This 17-country collaboration is working every day to bring an end to MS, a multidisciplined approach that seeks cures, strives to prevent MS by stopping it in its tracks, and to restore what has been lost. This must be a global effort, And we are glad to have you with us to join that effort tonight. And thank you to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society for making all this happen. Now, I would like to say a special thanks as well to the great American and EU companies and individuals, and to my fellow members of the diplomatic corps here in Washington that have joined this effort by donating funds, items, and services to the auction this evening. Every donation gets us one step closer to that goal. So I hope you will join me in a toast from wherever you may be this evening as we enjoy tonight's program. I will do this in Greek, my native language. Στην υγειά μας. Cheers.
Well, indeed, yamas. I know it's a cup of coffee, but I do morning radio, so I've got to stay fired up. And thank you, Ambassador. In fact, I've always wanted to say all my career, thank you, Ambassador. Finally, 30 years in broadcasting, I get to say thank you, Ambassador. They don't let me hang out with ambassadors in sports. It was just a wonderful start to our program, Mr. Ambassador, and I hope you all were indeed, whether it was coffee or otherwise, able to raise a glass at home. You know, as the Ambassador said, it is so wonderful to have people joining us from across the country and, as I mentioned, across the globe for tonight's presentation. It is going to take all of us to ensure we find cures for this disease. Now, I say cures because we have several objectives. We need to stop progression in those currently living with MS. Again, that's what I'm fighting against. Restore function, and also figure out once and for all what the heck causes MS, and prevent it from happening in next generations. Again, I share with you, my mother had it. I have a cousin who has it. We have to figure out what the heck's going on here. I would also like to now welcome the National MS Society Greater DC, Maryland President, Chartice Berry, and she's going to update us on how the National MS Society has been working for all of us affected by MS during this unprecedented time. Chartice?
Thank you, Dave. And I will say mazel tov and good evening, everyone. What a treat it is to have you here live, Dave, as our host for this evening. You have been such a fantastic partner to us this year. It is a very different ambassador's ball. However, I am deeply grateful to our honorary co-chairs, Stavros, Lambrinidis, Katherine Wilkens Van Hollen, and Ann Romney, as well as Senator Van Hollen for joining us. You have really made tonight extra special, and we thank you. And to Ryan and Heather Zimmerman, it is truly an honor to finally be able to recognize you two with the Champion Award for all that you do. I had the pleasure of meeting Ryan over 15 years ago upon his arrival as a rookie to the Washington Nationals baseball team, where I was serving as a front office executive. And I have to say that I'm extremely proud of the athlete, the man, the father, and the husband he has become. So tonight wouldn't be possible without the hard work of a very special group of people. They have worked tirelessly all year long to make this virtual ambassadors ball a huge success. Their passion and their devotion never waned. Thank you so much to our Ambassadors Ball Executive Committee and Christina Antello, Grant Barbosa, Amber Smith-Burton, Chris Davis, Antonia, Tony Gore, Lauren Hoekstra, Judy Mulcahy, Frank Ragone, Victor Shibley, and Caitlin Williams. We would also like to thank our sponsors for their generosity and partnership. Our Quest for a Cure sponsors in Geico and Giant, Horseshoe Casino Baltimore, Pharma, and our generous sponsors that are listed on your screen. I'd also like to recognize my partners in this work, and that is my Board of Trustees for the Greater DC, Maryland market. My board helps implement the Society's strategic response to multiple sclerosis, and they serve as local leaders for every program, every event, and every initiative we take on here in the Greater DC, Maryland area. And a heartfelt thank you to all of you who are tuning in this evening. In 2012, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society launched and now leads a global partnership, the International Progressive MS Alliance, which is a collaboration of almost 20 countries, some represented here at the ball, that has become a driving force in this arena, funding research and, at the same time, convening thought leaders and building global awareness to provide more solutions for people living with the progressive form of this disease. By looking beyond our US borders, the Society is leading the worldwide change that will end MS here and abroad. Together, we have a unique opportunity to expand our global movement, remove barriers, and to accelerate progress for everyone affected by MS. Until we end multiple sclerosis forever, we will do whatever it takes to accelerate breakthroughs for the nearly 1 million people in the United States and the over 2.8 million people across the globe living with this disease. While no one planned for a pandemic, the MS Society quickly adapted to meet the urgent needs of the MS community, focusing resources to pivot with new and innovative ways to deliver the information, the support, and the connections that people with MS need the most. The MS movement is resilient, and while our world may look different today and we aren't sure what it's going to look like tomorrow, our commitment to people affected by MS remains. Our MS Navigator service continues to be available for every person affected by multiple sclerosis. This skilled and compassionate team continue to help people navigate problems and challenges caused by MS, and now the impacts of COVID-19. Things like employment, financial need, emotional support, and access to healthcare resources and treatments. We also reached out to people during this time affected by MS in a virtual setting with weekly Ask an MS Expert webinars, resources, and tools for self-help group leaders to continue meeting with their groups virtually, and special webinars just for MS healthcare providers with the latest information on caring for patients during COVID-19. Even when we could no longer gather in person, our volunteers and our fundraisers were there for people with MS. Over 1,000 people joined us from around the world to watch our virtual On the Move luncheon just a couple of months ago. Over 3,400 Walk MS and 550 Bike MS participants joined the Greater DC Maryland region's virtual events. Participants got creative with routes and were able to have their own fundraisers and celebrations with loved ones from around the world to help them raise awareness and funds. Congratulations to our top fundraisers in Walk MS and Bike MS. Our society board members, our staff, and our MS activists are raising their voices with Congress and state legislatures to tell them what people with MS and our organization need during this crisis, as we continue amplifying the voices of our movement to find solutions so people with MS are empowered to live their best lives on their very own terms. We are determined to let nothing, including this unprecedented pandemic, slow us down. But we cannot do it alone. Now, more than ever, we need your help. Again, thank you for joining us and being with us tonight to make sure that we are able to continue this very important work. Now, let's hear from some of the folks benefiting from the vital research, programs, services, and advocacy of the National MS Society.
MS has confined me to a wheelchair, but I don't want to be defined by my MS. I'm now unable to feed myself. It's not a nice disease. A lot of people don't know anything about it. I mean, we need as many people as we can getting out there, raising money. There are a lot of people out there that need more services, that need more help, and we don't have the money for them.
I was 4 years old when they found out that I had MS. I felt dizzy in the morning when I was waking up to go to the bathroom. I saw double vision and blurry vision, and I lost control on my left hand.
You look at Anthony nowadays and you would never imagine that he has MS. From what the doctors have told us, we will see the advancement of this disease 15, 20 years from now. But the MS Society has always been there, side by side with us, always.
August 2016, I was laying in bed and I had paralysis on the left-hand side of my body. In the middle of the night, I couldn't move any of my extremities on my left-hand side. So I went and got an MRI. I did this all on my own, and the MRI came back with an enhancing lesion. And I went to a doctor, and she had clinically diagnosed me. I have a very positive outlook on it, and most people that I meet within the society, which is a really good reason to get involved, have the same outlook that I have, wherever they are in their either their disease or their life or their age. Most people are just so positive. The end goal is to raise the finances to ultimately find a cure.
Allie and I are 3 years apart. I'm older. And she was diagnosed when she was 14. She was actually diagnosed the weekend of my high school graduation. So she wasn't there for that. The symptoms were numbness and tingling. And the thought process I remember was they thought she had Lyme disease. Maybe she got bit by a tick on a school trip that she was on. It's very rare for kids to be diagnosed, although it's becoming less rare as the years go on. It's so important now to continue fighting and raising money so that way, hopefully, we can stop it and reverse it and give her the future that everybody else gets.
As a patient, if you say, what can I hope for? My answer to you is, you should hope for everything that you would have hoped for had you not had this disease. We have been extremely successful in blocking relapses, but we still need to go a long way in blocking progression. That time will come when we will put this disease to rest, and it will be a mystery solved.
The future of MS is in our hands, and together we can make a difference.
The next chapter of MS is mine to write.
Help us write the next chapter of MS.
It will change the story.
That's what it's all about. We are going to write that next chapter of MS, and it's going to be a different ending. I think about the first chapter of my life. My mom battled MS, wheelchair bound, but she always pushed the boundaries. I felt loved and I felt protected. But for the first 15 years of my life, I was a scared kid. And I still remember the prayer like it was yesterday. I would pray each night. For my phrase was, for a stand-up mom. Her battle with MS ended when I was 15. A year ago, I was diagnosed with primary progressive multiple sclerosis. I am 56, but suddenly I was a scared kid again. But not now, not anymore. And that's why I'm here tonight, picking up the fight. And I'm not scared anymore through the support of people like you that are out there tonight, friends, people I don't know, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Simply put, it's an incredible army of MS warriors. And we are going to write the next chapter because we're not going to let this disease beat us. We're going to end MS. But that's why we are here tonight. It will take all of us and more to end MS forever. Keep in mind that they didn't have the first treatment until about 1994. So this has not been an easy mystery to solve. If you can, and I know the times are difficult, please donate tonight to help the National MS Society raise the vital funds needed to continue the work. And again, I'm very excited also to announce that through a generous donor, you can double your impact thanks to that generous donor. And think of every dollar you're donating through a bid tonight as a life you're literally changing, including mine. To tell you more about how you can do that, how you can double your impact tonight, and how we can make a difference in so many people's lives, I invite Ben Farrell onto the camera because Ben knows how to rock and roll it, and Ben knows how to cut to the chase and make it happen and have some fun. So Ben, take it away. Let's raise some money. Let's end MS.
Dave, thank you very much. And let me tell you, my friend, we are doing this for you. We are doing this for you tonight. We are doing this in honor of your mother, Ann, tonight. We are doing this for Ryan's mother, Cheryl, tonight. all of those who are living with the diagnosis, facing the unknown, working hard with their treatments. And for those who are newly diagnosed, maybe hearing that news today, we want to be that beacon of hope, answering the call, letting them know that we are going to do this. We are going to make a difference. And when you mentioned doubling the money, you are absolutely right. Linda Marinoff has stepped up, right, in honor of Kathy and Bill on You Fried Chuck. Great friends, right, of the society. They're going to be matching the next $15,000. So you can see, everyone, the number on the screen right now. If you are watching, you need to access your phone. You should have received a text message, or if you're bidding in the silent auction, a great thing you can do is access the donation button, find an amount, and make a donation. This is a collective gift we are giving together. We are making it happen together tonight. So if you need to log in, of course, you know the information right there, texting 76278, but I know that you're logged in or else you wouldn't be watching. So here we go. I want you to just know every dollar is double. We want to take this number from $16,000 up to $30,000 so we can receive that match. So let's go. Now, here we are. I want you to know, let's start at $100. $100. Now, you can just find your phone, make the pledge, and $100 would allow a person to participate in a clinical trial for 3 days to expand those number of MS treatments. You heard Dave say that new treatments are only now on the horizon after years and years of trial. Patients are willing to do whatever it takes to find a cure. So the number is climbing right now. Let's see if we can get that a little bit higher. If you're watching, allow yourself to be inspired. Find it within yourself to make this donation. When you give 100, this match with another 100 for a $200 combined effort. If you give $250, right, that is $500. Now, $250 would provide a person with dedicated support from an MS navigator to address their needs, connecting them to the resources that are out there, making a difference when they're trying to figure out, where do I go first? Where do I access the care? Where do I get help and get the most latest information? It is here. $250 will do that. $500, you can see right here, $500 would provide 6 months of in-person counseling services. Dave said this is a scary illness. People are looking to know where to turn to. In the video we heard, optimism. Look at where it's 17,000. Optimism comes from resiliency. Resiliency comes from looking in the future and expecting the best, knowing your options and taking action. 17,000, the number continues to climb. $1,000 for people with MS who want to maintain their driving independence. $1,000 will do that. If you give $1,000, it is matched for $2,000. I want you to join your friends who are giving tonight, like David Smith, like Naomi Tate, like the Greater DC Maryland Board of Trustees, like Andrew Waitsman, and like our good friend Anonymous. It's okay to be anonymous. We love you. You can still make that happen. Our job now is to watch the number and have it climb. Felicia Andre, now if I mess up your name, keep giving, I'll keep trying. You know that's how we work here together. Keep giving. Ann Boyce, Christopher Braxton, Debbie and Bill Carpenter, Margaret Kraft and Driver, Jill Eisenberg, Sally Essler, all giving. Amy Flyer, Antonia Gore, Robert Harnett, all coming in together. Just look at your phone and decide how much are you willing to just make it happen tonight. Join us on the call. Each and every year we get together. It's the biggest night of the year. Making that donation, Elizabeth Reicherts is making a donation, and Janet Seuss is making a donation, and Shannon Lebo, and David Smith, Judy Singletary as well. Let's get the number going. For sure we can get to $20,000, knowing that the money is doubled, knowing that you are in giving in community, giving together, making it happen. There comes a big donation. Join one another. You have to be making so much noise that when people get on Nextdoor app, they're not talking about the neighbor's dogs. They're talking about you celebrating with the MS Society here, making it happen. Let's keep going. We've got about 8,000 or so. Let's get to this match. Let's make it happen. The number is climbing. Thank you. Let's go. Now, one thing you need to know is that this one big night, all of our corporate sponsors said yes. They made corporate sponsorships. Businesses said yes into their donation. Dave said yes in making a donation. And we want to honor all of those intentional gifts with our gifts tonight. Watch the number climb. I'm telling you, think of all the money you have saved over the last 7 months, sheltering in place, not driving, having food delivered to your door. You can pay that forward here this evening with a gift to the MS Society. It is the Ambassador's Ball. This is the night that we honor all those who are so courageous and resilient, living with MS, and as an example to others, keeping the hope alive that each day we find something new. This money goes to patient support. This money goes to research. Research dollars, as we love to say, the money buys the science and the science will find the cure. Let's keep the number going. Alicia Page Johnson, Lauren Kennedy, Karen Mercer. I want to celebrate Heather Mix and Catherine Nolfi, Jeff Owen, Mark Poletta, Bina Peterson. Everyone is making a donation right now. Join them and just encourage yourself. Frank Ragone, thank you so much. Josh Rillemanger, thank you. And just right now, look at where we are and say, what can we do? Tonight is the night. When we look back on 2020, the number is climbing. You will say, I was a part of a solution. I was a part of a group that supported those with MS, those working for research in MS. You could look back and say, I was there in a time of need and I made a difference. You can be a part of that. Thank you, John Coella, and thank you, Debbie and Bill Carpenter. Thank you, Ann Diver, everyone coming in. You can see the number. It is one step at a time. And we love each and every step coming through. In fact, if you're listening right now, you could say, what if we all, everyone watching, everyone registered now, simply gave $100, simply gave $100. And we sometimes laughingly say most people pay that, more than that, every 30 days to watch cable TV that they tell their children never to watch. So let's just keep it going right now, watching that number climb. You know that it feels good to make a difference, that it feels good knowing deep inside that you've had an impact. So give together now. You can see the names on the screen. We want to celebrate each and every one of those. But ask yourself, have I done what I can do here tonight? Hearing the stories of the young man diagnosed at 4 years of age, hearing the stories of a man who was at one point nearly paralyzed, but through a breakthrough from the MS Society, medicine came in and has him walking again. You heard about Dave's medicine only recently, relatively recently, has that been available to him. Prior to that, there would be a major life challenge. So join your friends who are watching, make that donation right now. Even if it's 100 at a time or 50 at a time, or you want to step up. And Dave, I'm going to go to my favorite number here, $1,000, $1,000 to make it happen. Let's get the number climbing. I can see that we're getting close. We're just about, 5,000 away. Don't you think we could get there? Let's all make a donation right now and just grab your phone, find that amount. Here we go. We are under 5,000 to go. This is where it gets exciting. This is where we are racing to the finish line. This is where we all give. I'm asking you, if you're watching, you've given already, maybe give one more time. One more time to help us reach our goal. So, can we do it? Anne and Christopher. Remember, we've got Debbie and John. Anonymous, we invite you to give one more time if you like. The number is climbing, and Jill and Sally, all who have made contributions. Amy, Antonio, Antonia, and Anonymous, you keep coming back. We love you. William and Barbara. Now, I'll just ask, how about going once for $30,000? Can we get there? Karen says, yes, we can get there. Katherine says, yes, we can get there. Joe, and of course, Bill and Kathy on you, Fried Chuck. Let's join them now with a collective gift, one at a time, marching toward the finish line. If we get to 30,000, you know that matching money is there. So let's go. Can we do it? I believe that we can. And I'm very comfortable just standing by till you decide this is the time. And if you've waited till now, we applaud you for your sense of flair, and you're going to surprise us. We love it. That's okay. There's another 100. Keep it coming in. Let's go. So going twice for $30,000. Can we do it? Can we do it? Thank you, Brian and Stephen and Goldie and Wendy and Ann. Can we do it? Should we go a little bit further? I feel like it will feel so good once we hit our goal, once we get to the finish line, once we're celebrating at $30,000. We know it feels good to celebrate. This is why we watch sports, which is why we don't give up, which is why we love to see people coming together. Tonight, we are a team. We are a team for the MS Society. We are a team for all of those patients, the caregivers, the researchers, the physicians, all the children, their parents. We're doing this together. We're at $25,000. We have a $15,000 match. We are well on our way. So can we do it? Going once. I know I said that. I'm going to say it one more time. Going once for $30,000. If you've not yet given and you're watching, we encourage you right now to make a donation. A donation of any size is significant because it is given in community, in connection with others, making a difference. You know, it's William Barclay who famously said, in this short period of time, surely, in this time that we've got, it's our duty to do all the good we can in all the ways we can for all the people we can. And this is what you're doing tonight by watching. Every $100 is making a difference. Every $50 is making a difference. You may say it's not that much money, Ben. I'm telling you, in together, all together, the difference it will make. Not only does it make a difference here tonight, funding all of the programs, keeping clinical trials going, keeping patient assistance going, keeping driver assistance going, keeping MS Navigator going, it also sends a message to the community. The community is that even in 2020, that we are living in a wonderful place with people who are compassionate and people who care, people who are willing to step up and make a difference, people who are putting others first. That's what living is all about. It is connecting with others and being there. And if you help enough people in your lifetime, when you need help, they will be there for you. I'm saying let's dig deep. We are just $4,000 away. You can say that's $4,000. That's all not that much money if we want to give one bit at a time. Let's see the number climb. I'm telling you, it feels so good. And in a minute, I'm going to invite Dave back, and I would like to say, Dave, look at where we are. The money is matching. We're getting there. And look at where we're getting so incredibly close. Thank you. I want to just call back to the names and celebrate you. We are at $26,500. So we're talking $3,500 away. You know, the feeling when you said, I surely wish I had done that so I could have received that great benefit, no matter where that is in life. Well, this is it. This is the time where you make your donation and you know that it's double. Where else does this opportunity exist? Well, it exists right here tonight, and only with us tonight. Generous donors who want to motivate us with their gifts and have done so. Sponsors who are motivating us with their gifts have done so. You know, the Ambassador Ball represents what is great in the world. People coming from all over for one common cause. And that common cause is to find a cure for a very challenging and difficult illness. So here we go. 27,500. Absolutely. You know what, Dave, I want to invite Dave back up here. And as he helps us, we're going to go side by side here. We're going to go arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder, Dave. And we are going to march our way to this $30,000. And we're going to honor, Goldie Bellinger and Wendy and Ann and Christopher, everyone who's made a donation, Dave. So come on. In fact, I'm going to take just a second and get on my phone and get my name on this list. And let's just keep this money going. What do you say?
I'm a typical NBA broadcaster. I show up for the winning shots. So the last couple of minutes here, we're so close. It's only a couple $1,000s to reach. And again, what you said is so important. I'm not happy. I was diagnosed with primary progressive multiple sclerosis, but developing an Ocrevus in 2017. That's a recent development. That's the only option I have. And fortunately, I have that option, and so many like me. I think about my friend Riley Park out there in Cleveland, and he reached out to me. I'm a Wizards broadcaster. He's a Cavaliers fan, but that's okay. We're both MS Warriors, and we met when I was in Cleveland, the broadcast of Wizards and Cavaliers, and he was telling me the story about when he was diagnosed in 1991. And they were telling him he was probably going to have to quit work. And I apologize, Riley, if it's okay to share the story, but I think it's such an important story. And then all of a sudden, developments started to happen because of money being raised through the National MS Society. They told him back in 1991 he'd probably have to quit work. It's 2020. He's still a science teacher in Cleveland, Ohio. Believe me, when I said at 56, when I get diagnosed, and I do feel like a scared kid. And obviously, my whole life, my mother was in a wheelchair. So one of my first questions to the doctor, can you guarantee I will not end up in a wheelchair? And he, of course, could not. The beauty is, though, that through the support, through the positive community that we've developed through the National MS Society, I don't think about where I may end up in that situation. I think about the victory tonight. I think about how we write the next chapter in MS, because this is, again, the first chapter of my life did not go well. My mother's challenge. It's going to be different now, but it is only different because of this wonderful community we've created through the National MS Society. And we're getting so close to the $30,000. And I like to show up at winning moments. So just keep donating. Again, whoever bid on me to spend some hours with my broadcast, I'm matching that donation, because I know, well, look at this, it's 28.5. So Ben, we're getting closer. We're like 1,500 away. We can certainly do it tonight. And as I mentioned, this is I think of the dollars as lives you impact, because so many people like me are dealing with multiple sclerosis, and people have reached out to me over the months that they need financial help to get these drugs. I shared with you before, and I still couldn't wrap my head around it, that one of my treatments cost $76,000. And I'm not that good in math, but I have to get 2 a year, and that's like 140 something or whatever. The point is that the good news is we're making progress. Research is turning into treatments that are slowing the progression, and that's what we deal with on a daily basis with multiple sclerosis. You wake up in the morning and you're like, wow, this is good. I can still walk. I'm still as good as I was yesterday. But the point is, we want to be even better than that. We really want to end MS. This has been through my family, with my mother, with cousins, generations. Something's going on here, and we heard the doctor speak earlier that the mystery is going to be solved, but it takes your support to solve that mystery. So, again, this is coming from my heart as I speak tonight, because this is the final chapter of my life, and I want it to be a winning chapter in beating MS, ending MS. Enough of MS. I'm tired of you.
Dave, we are with you, and we are honoring how brave you are to share your story, and the truth is the truth. So we want to make a difference. Obviously, research, these are years in the making. It is expensive, but we are making a difference, and it is worth it. Every dollar is worth it. So as we get ready, and I want to celebrate, and I'm going to be yelling straight into this computer screen once we get to $30,000, Dave, right? Because you know what? You are going to be making the winning shot. Because every day that you are living and you're expressing yourself as you are giving hope and encouragement to those that if they have this disease, you know what, that they can thrive, that the answer is there, that there are a team of researchers who are there. So each and every day, we thank you so much for what you're doing here tonight. And look, there we go. In just a second, folks, how exciting this is. Dave, thank you so much, sir.
That's just so wonderful to see. And again, I think about losing my mom in 1979 and thought MS was out of my life. And then for years heard nothing. And then I think it was 1994, you heard there was some kind of treatment and advancement. And since then, we've been knocking down walls and barriers with multiple sclerosis. And it's because of nights like this. And it's not only about the support, but I know we're separated by computer lines, but we're a global community tonight, and we're connected. And I hope I'm reading that right. It's 45,000 now. Is that right? That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to
Dave,
say.
Well, I will tell you, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for sharing your story. And I want to thank everyone that signed in today, that you signed in and you signed up and you showed up tonight. That is the message that we're sending to this movement. It is a movement. It is worldwide, and that we are here in the center making change. So every donation, I want you to say, in 2020, I was making a difference. Forget what people are saying on Facebook. Here tonight, a force for good, a positive good, $45,000 here in just a matter of minutes, Dave. It is so great to see. I'm so excited and grateful to be a part of this, and what a night this is turning out to be.
My entire life with my mom's experience with multiple sclerosis, my dad, and again, everybody, you have to stay positive with this. But I always, as we traveled the country to look for solutions and treatments, because there wasn't anything in the 70s, and he would always say, we're going to beat this. We're going to beat this. We didn't. And I did, as a kid, start to lose belief that there's no way to beat this. The beauty of now with multiple sclerosis is that we believe, I believe we're going to end this. And it's through nights like tonight, and through everybody becoming a community and being connected. And that's why, you know what, we have the Champion Award, because we need champions in so many ways in our fight against multiple sclerosis. And it was created for the 40th Ambassadors Ball to start a new tradition. The Champion Award will honor those who have exemplified the title with both professional and personal dedication to our cause of ending multiple sclerosis. Ryan and Heather Zimmerman are the perfect recipients. Ryan's mom, Cheryl, was diagnosed with MS in 1995 after almost 10 years of experiencing symptoms, basically Ryan's entire life. And I know what that kind of childhood's like. From that point, the disease progressed quickly. It did change Ryan's family life. And we have to remember, it's not just about the individual who has multiple sclerosis. You're helping entire families with your support tonight. And again, the Zimmerman family, and they're going to share with you, they had to navigate new challenges that his mom was facing. And fast forward to 2005, and oh boy, we have baseball back in DC, and Ryan was the first ever draft pick of the Washington Nationals franchise. The next year, Ryan and his family founded the ZimS Foundation with a mission to bring home a cure for MS. Since that time, the Zimmermans have done so much. They made a huge impact on both the MS community and research progress, with over $3.5 million raised. I even, before I was diagnosed with MS, sang karaoke one night with a bunch of Nationals fans, and we raised $5,000. And believe me, if you ever heard karaoke, a lot of people paid $5,000 to hear me shut up and not sing anymore. But again, they've championed so many things. One program, and just so emotional even reading this, is the partnership they have with the National MS Society, is the MS Kids Camp. While at camp, campers have a chance to talk about how MS impacts their lives in a safe and understanding environment, while dispelling myths and fears about the disease. I shared with you, I've spent most of my life as a scared kid. Through the ZimS Foundation, there's the MS Kids Camp that can make a difference. These campers spend time with a neurologist who can answer their questions, and you know what, bond with other kids facing common issues at home that, you know what, their peers may not. I didn't have a friend to talk to about this. Camp also provides a fun environment where the campers can just be themselves and not worry about the responsibilities. You have to grow up fast in an MS community. And again, through the year, this year's camp could not be held. We know why, because of COVID-19. But the ZimS Foundation had the annual fundraising. The benefit had to be postponed. Ryan and Heather, though, continued to inspire during 2020 by putting family first and raising awareness by advocating for people living with multiple sclerosis and their families. It's very much a family battle, and we're all family tonight. Ryan and Heather Zimmerman, it is my distinct honor to present you with the 2020 Champion Award. My heartfelt thanks and congratulations as the recipient of the award. Ryan and Heather, again, thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you so much,
Thanks.
Dave.
It's a virtual award win. Here we go. First one ever.
But we have it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been an honor to watch you guys work the screen tonight and get to that goal and well beyond. On the behalf of the ZimS Foundation, Heather and I, my mom Cheryl, my dad Keith, my brother Sean, his wife Andrea, and I mean the tons and tons of volunteers that have helped us get to the point that we're at now. This is for all of them. Like you said, this is a battle that, everyone knows someone who has MS. You don't really know about MS, and then you start talking with someone, or you go to an event or a happy hour or something like that, and you're almost shocked to find out how many people that have MS. So, our goal, just like the National MS Society, is to help people not only live with MS while they have it, but to ultimately find a cure. And, we've been lucky enough to have a platform to raise a decent amount of money and do some good things, but it takes nights like this and people like you, Dave, and Chartice, and everyone at the National MS Society to really put the time in and to raise as much money as they can. So thank you guys so much. This is such an honor. We're humbled to be a part of it, and hopefully we can all continue doing the good work to help people like our moms, but more importantly, I think people that you meet through the process that are going through the same thing. So thank you guys so much. And, I think Heather's going to talk a little bit as well.
Yeah, first I want to say congratulations on all of the money raised tonight. That is absolutely incredible. And I mean, we're all in this together. We all have one common goal, and just seeing that money come in and knowing that that's going directly towards, trying to find a cure for this awful disease is pretty incredible, and definitely, a silver lining in 2020. So that's wonderful to see. But I just want to really thank the community in this Virginia, DC, Maryland area, because they have been so incredibly supportive, and ZimS Foundation wouldn't be where it is without all of the people that have come out to our foundation events at Nationals Park and in Virginia Beach. And those people that, if they can't attend the event, they help us to share the information online on Twitter and on our Facebook page. Even those people who can't directly donate, it's been amazing just to see how much support we get online from people sharing about all of our endeavors. So we just want to say a huge thank you to the community in the area, because Nationals fans, those suffering from MS, those who have a loved one with MS, those who just want to do good for the community. It's been really incredible to see how much we've been able to raise since we began the ZimS Foundation. And Ryan actually started this foundation before I was in the picture. So it was pretty amazing for me to come in, join the foundation, and just see how much traction they already had in the area, and just how much people were willing to join in on our joint goal in finding a cure for the disease. So thank you. And again, congratulations to you all.
Yeah, and thanks, Dave, for being such an awesome spokesperson for this. Obviously, you've dealt with this on multiple levels, like a lot of the people have heard tonight with your mom and how she went through it, and now obviously yourself. So this is obviously something that really means a lot to you. We share kind of a common interest in that, and our interest is to raise as much money as we can and to stop this thing. So thank you so much for your time and hard work and effort. It's not an easy thing to do to get up and talk about it. So thank you.
Well, thank you both. And it means so much that it's even before I was diagnosed, knowing that there was a ZimS Foundation and that it's called the Champion Award, that Ryan and Heather, you have been champions as we fight this. And I truly believe, I have no idea why I ended up with it at this time in life, but it must be because we're going to figure out a way to end it, because enough. And I've seen what it does to families. But what is beautiful about this multiple sclerosis community is the positive attitude that is so important. And I think about Ryan, I don't know your mother, Cheryl, but every picture I see of her, she's still smiling. And that's the point. And you just talk about her influence and Heather also just, how she helps both of you become stronger and what you've had to go through.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely, I think that from the beginning, our family, we kind of sat down and we said, listen, at the time when she was first diagnosed, there wasn't much information about it. Honestly, we didn't really know what the path ahead was going to be like. But we kind of sat down in our living room and sort of said, hey, it could be a lot worse. There's families whose, you know, moms or dads or loved ones are diagnosed with things that are a lot worse than this. So let's stay positive. Let's move forward. Let's be supportive. And like you said, yeah, I think that's one of the, you know, craziest things that every time I look at my mom or talk with my mom, she never lets this be an excuse or get in her way from keeping me, myself, and my brother living our lives. So, you know, puts things in perspective a little bit. I think when you think you're having a rough day, you're really not having a rough day. When I go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, which I've done many times, you know, it's not as bad as you think it is. So she's always been great at that, being positive, keeping things in perspective. When I do complain, she's probably the first one to tell me to clean it up, which is why she's the best. So yeah, she's been obviously a positive influence on Heather and I, but just like I'm sure your mother was on many people.
Yeah,
and I would just add that Cheryl, his mother, is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, she is a strong woman, and she is there to fight this disease and, you know, live with it to the best of her abilities. And I have never, in all of the years that I've known Ryan, known her to complain or you know, take it out on anyone else when she's having a bad day. And it is really, really inspiring to see how she lives with this disease every day and just is able to sort of power through in her daily life.
Well, yeah, and that's what you have to do. And I don't know why it just popped in my head. I can still think about my mom laughing in a wheelchair as she was attacked by goats at a petting zoo in Disneyland. And that's all you can do. You just have to, you know, I don't know why that popped in my head, but I didn't get enough sleep last night or something like that. But, you know, we loved the World Series ride last year. And I think about, you know, what was the mantra? 1-0 every day. And that probably should be the multiple sclerosis mantra. There seems to be a direct tie in dealing with MS and what you experience in baseball. And no doubt, Heather, you're on the baseball journey with Ryan. You're only going to get hit 2 or 3 times out of 10. So you've got to just look and try to go 1-0 every day. Yeah, and you're going to have some good days and you're going to have some bad days, which is kind of similar to MS as well. So I think to have that run last year with the way that we started out as a team, and then to finally get on, you know, that hot streak in the middle of the year and ultimately go through this special playoff run that we got to share with the fans and everyone in this community that's helped us so much. Have to say it was a pretty special year that, you know, even if we were to win it again, I don't know if anything could match that year that we had last year. But, you know, that's going back to what I said before about how baseball, you know, you can go 0 for 10 and it can be one of the toughest sports to play, arguably maybe the toughest sport to play out of any of them. But it couldn't, you know, one bad day of MS is way tougher than baseball could ever be. So we're lucky to have that platform. We're lucky to have the fans and the people that support us to not only come out to the games, but come out to our events. Like Heather was saying, I think, you know, I've met so many people in this, you know, DC, Virginia, Maryland area that I will be friends with far, far beyond whatever baseball and sports are done with. And a lot of that goes through this foundation. So, you know, we consider ourselves so lucky to be able to play in the same area my entire career, but to be able to play in such a special area as we have here. You know, I wouldn't, in my wildest dreams, never imagined that I would have fell in a situation this perfect for baseball, but more importantly, I think for community and like you said, for both of us somehow cross these paths and are fighting in different ways, but the same battle. You know, maybe we were put here to raise some money in this area and hopefully find a cure. And Heather and Roy, I have to get you to talk about something that I just think is such a wonderful concept, the MS, you know, kids camp. What advice do you have for kids whose parents have MS? And that'd be a tough question for me to answer, having gone through it. But this MS Kids Camp, I do think about, as I grew up with it, you couldn't turn to your buddy and talk about what you were experiencing because you yourself didn't understand what you're experiencing. What has been your experience with the MS Kids Camp?
Yeah. Well, I can say from my side of it, these groups of kids that we bring to the field for a game once a year or a couple times a year, depending on the schedule. It's pretty amazing to meet the families, see these kids, and get more than anything, give them a break from their daily routine, give them something to think about other than maybe their sick parent, and they're able to just come out, enjoy a day at the baseball field, watch a game, eat some hot dogs, and like you said, hang out with other kids that are unfortunately experiencing the same thing, but it gives them a sense of support. And then I think Ryan also does a quick meet and greet with them when they do come.
Yeah, and I think one of the other things too is it gives the person at home a break or a day where they know that their child gets to go out and have fun. Because I think the hardest thing to watch, or the hardest thing that the person is going through, is losing that independence, or having to have their kids take care of them. No parent wants to have to do that. So for them to have a day where they know their kid's going to go have fun, get to watch a baseball game, get to maybe come down in the dugout, get some autographs, get a cool, backpack full of stuff. Like Heather said, eat some hot dogs, some Dippin' Dots, some whatever. Not only is it a relief for the kid, obviously, but I think it's a huge relief for the person at home that is depending on that kid or kids to take care of them. The parents never want to have their kids do that, but that's the situation that they are in, and they would never say it, but I'm sure that's something that eats inside of a lot of these people. Once your independence is gone and you have to depend on someone else, it's a tough situation. So those kids camp are so great because obviously the kids get a day off, but also the person at home gets a day where they don't have to think about it, they don't have to worry about it, and they know their kid or their caretaker is having a blast and is going to come home refreshed and ready to go.
No, it's sometimes kids just need hot dogs and Dippin' Dots. There's no question about that. And MS kids typically are dealing with more responsibilities, and it's a reverse thing. The parent is supposed to be the caregiver, and that's part of the challenge of families with this disease. What's next for the ZIMS Foundation? What's on the horizon? As we, again, you are Champion Award winners, and you're a champion for us, Ryan and Heather. What's next for the ZIMS Foundation?
Yeah, but like you said, I think this year kind of, nobody really knew what to do this year, and unfortunately, a lot of people had to kind of just punt or push to hopefully 2021. But the ZIMS Foundation is still doing some events down in the Virginia Beach area. My parents have started to step back a little bit, and if anyone deserves to do that, they do as well. This foundation has been basically volunteer run the entire time, which means my mom and dad do all the work and I get all the credit. Is basically how it works out. So they have now kind of started to back off a little bit. They're still going to do some stuff down in Virginia Beach, but Heather and I are sort of in the process of really bringing this thing up to the DC area and moving forward. So we've sort of taken this year to kind of get some things organized, maybe take a couple steps forward. So we're excited about what the future has to offer, and events like this and nights like these where we get in front of some new faces and get to talk with some new people is obviously great for the foundation. So there'll be some news to come out hopefully in the near future, but we appreciate everyone's support, and all the info will be online, and we'll do the best that we can to get everything out to anyone once we announce some stuff.
Yeah, and I think sorry, I was just going to say our short-term goals, depending on when things open up again, is now that we're sort of in the riding into the sunset of Ryan's career, hopefully not too soon, but eventually, We're going, I mean, we live here year round in the DC area. So we are going to look forward to having a lot more frequent but smaller events because we know that not everyone can always come out for our large events with big ticket prices. So we look forward to maybe having some smaller dinners, small events where maybe a band performs, maybe something, very close and personal at our home. Sort of the opportunities are endless because we do have the time and we're in the area. So we really we're using this year as a powwow, and then we're going to introduce some exciting new events to raise some money for MS.
True story. I really did sing karaoke with the Half Street Irregulars, a bunch of Nationals fans. We raised some money a few years ago for the ZimS Foundation, but they haven't invited me back to sing. I don't know what the story is there. I think. Do I hear a little one in the background there? Can you give us some parental advice for dealing with this period of time?
Sleep.
Yeah, little guy. He's been sleeping great, but of course, the only night that we need him to sleep, he decides not to sleep. So maybe he'll raise some money. It's about time he starts doing something around here.
Maybe all the excitement of the money you raised, he couldn't go to sleep, and who could blame him? And real quick, Heather, as you said, Ryan's not going off in the sunset. So Ryan, we'll see you back next year with the Nationals.
That's the plan. I think I missed it a lot this year. It was a tough decision, but the right decision. But yeah, watching the game, and not that I ever took it for granted, but I think it confirmed how much I still want to play. And I can't speak for Heather, but I think she would like me to probably play for a little while longer and maybe not be at the house all the time. I mean, it's probably been nice having me around, but I go a little stir crazy. So I still have the fire in me, and I can't go out like that. So that's the plan right now, and we'll see how the off season goes. But as of right now, yeah, that's the plan is to try and come back next year, and hopefully we can make another run at it.
And I see Heather nodding in agreement. So I think we've got another World Series with Ryan Zimmerman on the way. Ryan and Heather, thank you so much, and congratulations again on the 2020 Champion Award. But thanks for being our champions every year. It is so appreciated. And thank you for your mother, Cheryl. As I said, I saw that picture of her with a smile, and that says it all. That's how you have to beat MS. And thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Thanks for all that you do as well.
Yeah, thank you for going on this journey with us.
Yeah, no, we're gonna end MS. Ryan and Heather Zimmerman, and they're doing so much to help end MS because we got to get rid of this, and no family should have to deal with this. And that's why, as we started on this journey tonight, your connection, wherever you're watching from tonight, and your support is sincerely appreciated by so many families. Dollars were raised tonight, but what was raised tonight was hope. And just think of those dollars as lives. That's what they are. They're lives you're helping to save. Again, we thank Ryan and Heather Zimmerman. And again, we love to celebrate in DC, so we can't wait till they're District of Champions again with the Nationals. Again, on behalf of everyone at the National MS Society, I'd like to thank our committee, all of our sponsors today, and all of your support. And that truly is the word, support. There's still time to donate. Now, we're not done yet. I still can't get over that number, 46,000. Wow. So again, there's still time to donate, bid on some of your favorite auction items. A Ryan Zimmerman jersey personalized with your choice of message. My suggestion would be end MS, but whatever message you want, that's still out there. So again, the auction stays open until 9 o'clock. We can still raise money and make a difference. And again, part of this night, as you shared it with us, I hope you've taken something away from our event tonight and feel inspired to not only do what you've done tonight, make a difference with multiple sclerosis, but help spread the message of our movement because it impacts so many lives, like mine, like Ryan's family, his mother, Cheryl, and we can make a difference in end MS. And tonight, by joining us for the Ambassadors Ball, you have done just that.
Wow, Dave and Ryan and Heather, what a night. As we think about all that we've accomplished in the last several decades, I look forward to thinking of all that we will together accomplish next. Our progress is accelerating. The last 5 years have seen as much progress as the 70 that preceded it. We are now on the precipice of the breakthroughs we've been working on since our movement began. Breakthroughs that will go down in history as the ones that helped end the disease forever. The next chapter in our story could be the very last chapter for MS. We, all of us together, can be the generation that ends the disease and changes life for millions of people. Together, we will. Thank you, everyone. I'm so grateful for your support. I wish you and your families health and safety. Thank you. Good night.
Well, that's so well said, Chartice. Thank you for all the great work on behalf of the National MS Society, because again, people like me with MS need that support now more than ever. And quite frankly, especially we needed you tonight, and you were there for us. That means so much. Thank you all for helping write the next chapter of MS. Together, we are going to make it the final chapter for multiple sclerosis.